Hello everybody and welcome back to Paranautical Activity. Today we're going to play as the Gilead, because why not, I guess. I just decided randomly that that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, here we go. Last run was very unsuccessful, to massively understate it. I died in like, what, 20 minutes on like floor 4, I guess? It wasn't a terrible run either, like in terms of items I had some alright stuff. I think I had the shotgun and I was doing okay, but Lilith appeared, and that just means run over most of the time, so yeah, that happened. Let's try to not have that happen again, but honestly, there's nothing I can do to make sure that doesn't happen, so I'm basically just going to be hoping for the best that she doesn't appear and fuck up my day. What mini-boss do we have? What boss do we have, rather? That's Dobie, I think. So let's avoid that for now. If we can get some kind of speed up in the shop, which is unlikely because we don't get much money on the first floor. Oh, god damn it! But if we could, then we could take that blubber, because that would be a nice amount of health, but that's probably not going to be the case, but we'll see. No! Jesus, how do you do this? These things, man, like when there's two of them in a room, they kind of bounce off each other and just go bullshit fast or something. I don't understand, but look how much fucking damage they just did to me. That's ridiculous. Okay, so we're just going to buy the vitamin C, I guess, because we can't afford the scissors or the M14 on this floor. So, yeah. It's got a text from Domino's Pizza. Thanks, Domino's. But I'm not really interested in your texts. I'm pretty sure every time I've ordered from you, I've always clicked the thing that says, don't fucking text me, so I don't know why you're texting me. But hey. Kill the demons. Not the demons, the ninjas. They may as well be demons, because they're fucking evil, but I actually mean ninjas. There is a demon in this room. He will also die. Nope, no. They're still pretty tanky, even though Mike's nerfed them in some way. I think you just need to slow them down slightly, honestly. Like, they're just annoyingly fast. Even when you're moving it as fast as you can, sometimes they just hit you anyway. Which is kind of BS. Oh god, my fans kicked in suddenly, so if there's suddenly background noise in the video, then that's because I couldn't find where it was in the video to take the sound out. I don't know. Sometimes I do noise removal on my audio file, but then there's like a certain point in the video where the sound was a lot louder than where I took the noise removal sample from, so it doesn't pick it up and remove it. But hey, you can hopefully forgive me for these things. Anyway. This is a dead end, but that's fine, because I'm pretty much just grinding money at this point. God damn it, you motherfucker. Oh, god, okay. I'm already down to 3 health, which is pretty damn bad. And I'm not... Okay, 2 health now. Cool, probably going to die on the first floor, if I had to guess. Just because of these ninjas, man. Sometimes I don't understand, sometimes I just can't avoid them, and I don't understand why, because I'm dodging backwards as fast as I can, but it's like, nope, still getting hit. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see Lilith in the mini-boss room right now, and just die, because that would be awful. But quite fitting for how this run has gone. Don't worry if that happens, I will restart. I'm not going to put up like a 5-minute video. I put up a 15-minute Isaac video, but that's probably about as low as I'll ever go, because that's pretty bad in and of itself for an Isaac video. Given that they're usually at least about 45 minutes. 50 minutes is pretty bad. Oh, I thought I got hit again then, but I didn't. That's good. That's good. If I sound tired, it's because I haven't been up for very long. So, yeah, I am kind of tired, but hey, I needed to get some recording done. Luckily, my mum's working late today because I got up kind of late, and I wouldn't have had time to record otherwise. But fuck it. Is that the end of this room? Yes, it is. Where's the mini-boss? Oh, there it is. Oh, God. Again, seriously? Oh, my God. These ninjas are gonna kill me. These ninjas are gonna kill me. Note that no fucking health has dropped this entire floor, by the way. Except for, I think, like 1 armor at the start or something. I mean, come on. What am I supposed to do here? Like... I mean, yeah, maybe I shouldn't really take much damage on the first floor. Maybe there's some health. But I mean, come on, it can happen. I need health to drop. Okay, this should be survivable. But you never know, because it is me. And I can be pretty bad at this game sometimes. But at least this mini-boss is nice and easy, so I shouldn't be in trouble here, but we'll see what happens. I can't imagine this is going to drop an item which is necessarily going to make me survive anyway, because doing Dobby with 2 health is kind of difficult. I mean, hopefully this boss will drop some health. But, you know, Dobby can fuck up your day, even though he's not super hard, but the moths can be a pain sometimes. Oh, we got a fucking compass as well. That sucks. I'm probably going to die. I've been wanting to do a run with the fucking compass from the first lore since this weapon was added. But that's probably not going to happen because I'm probably going to die here, honestly. I mean, I can get hit, what, 3 times? Well, 2 times. If I get hit the 3rd time I die. So I can get hit 2 times during this fight. Which is kind of scary. And there's, yep, there's 1, there's 2. Wow, instantly the 2 shots that I could take happened. I don't know why, but they did. So yeah, this run is basically over and we're going to start again. I'm not sure what we're going to start again as, honestly. I'll pick a class. Any class. But hey, I'm not going to take Blubber, assuming that I don't die, which is very unlikely, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Blubber's not really a useful thing. The thing that's... There we go, there's death. The thing that's bad about this fight is the fact that the position of the lift means that you can't keep dodging the walls, and if you can't dodge the walls when there's moths being spawned, that's moths, not muffs, for all the people that think that. But yeah, if you can't dodge the walls when moths are being spawned, then you're just gonna take damage, and there's no 2 ways about that, honestly. Like, it is gonna be the case, pretty much no matter what. Like, I don't know what Mike expects people to do. Like, is there some other dodging strategy for moths that you can avoid the homing shots with? Because if there is, please tell us. But hey, whatever. No use crying over bad game mechanics. Mini boss, let's fight this straight away. Okay, this guy's nice and easy. Okay, I started with the sickle, by the way, which you might think is crazy considering that I have been complaining about this weapon a lot and about how hard this patch is. Therefore, logically, this weapon should be even worse now. It kind of isn't, and the reason it isn't is because this class actually has a lot of speed, and now that like most of the other classes have had their speed substantially reduced, it's kind of the only class that feels at a comfortable speed for me anymore. Oh god, I got hit. I can't afford that. Oh god, I got hit again. Well, this is probably going to be over. Okay, that's a really bad start. Oh well. It's okay, no health is going to drop from any normal rooms, so I now have to defeat the boss on 1 health. Oh good, ninjas. I should actually be able to go... Nope, I'm dead. Look at that. I mean, how fast am I, and how did that guy fucking hit me? It's stupid. We'll start again as the sickle, because I did make a couple of mistakes there. But yeah, this game is really kind of just pissing me off at this point, honestly. Which is kind of a shame, because this has kind of been my kind of main series since restarting this channel, and Mike's done a lot to help me gain a lot of subscribers, a lot of retweets to my videos and stuff, so I'm reluctant to stop doing this series because it's been kind of a big success for me in a lot of ways, but at the same time it's just honestly, it's difficult to keep playing this game in its current state for me because I don't have a huge amount of fun with it, but you know, it's only a game, it's not supposed to be fun, right? And honestly, if I did stop it, I have no idea what I'd replace it with, because, as I said, I want to do Spelunky, but I want to do that on the Flaming Amazing Gaming channel. And I don't know what other games I could do a series of. I've kind of been tempted to do a Crusader Kings series, honestly, just because that game is kind of fun, and I played it a little bit, but I never really have time to play it anymore, because if I'm not playing games to record, then I'm usually playing Dota with friends, or something else with friends, so I don't actually have much time for like just single player games that I'm not recording anymore, which is weird. So I may do a series of it just so that I can play it, but I don't know if people would enjoy it particularly, and I don't know if I'd be good at... Oh, come on, how did I get hit there? I don't know if I'd be any good at doing a series of that, because that game is pretty slow paced a lot of the time, and there's a lot of kind of thinking behind it, and it's not kind of fast placed. It's not very fast-paced, where I can kind of just sort of scream a lot and panic and be funny that way. I got hit because I'm an idiot. Doom-de-dum-de-dum. I'm going to die again on the first floor, aren't I? Well, I'm not doing a successful job of hitting these guys. Oh my god, that nearly hit me. Ooh, that was scary. Yeah, I'm dead. This is fucking fantastic. Jesus Christ. I don't think I've been recording for very long, so I really can't stop. I have to keep going with this torture. Okay, I guess we'll take the Dynamite class, because sure, why not? Let's just watch it give me Lilith now, because you can't fucking beat that boss with this weapon. Like 90% of the time. Oh my god, I got hit immediately. Jesus Christ. Or Jesus crust. Lard and savoury. I don't mean to speak his name in vain. Okay, that's those guys dead. Now for the demons. Oh, that hit the wall. Good. Oh, okay. You came down. I wasn't expecting you to be down. Oh god, I got hit again. Wow. I don't know why I'm taking so much damage. I'm just really not doing anything. Yeah, none of that's going to happen. I might be able to get Shield Lover, actually. Maybe. But this class starts with so little money that you really can't afford anything. Jesus Christ, these things move too fast. They move way too fast. Look at this. They're the other side of the room and they just get to me like within a second. It's just silly. Just completely silly. Okay. This room is nice and easy at least. Oh, there is a ninja in here. I forgot that. Yeah, that was never going to get to him. I'm still getting used to the shorter fuse time on these grenades. It takes considerably more time to... not more time, it takes considerably different kind of angles to shoot at, because sometimes I would normally, like if an enemy was kind of close, I would shoot quite high like that, so that it would have an arc to it, and then it would land on them, but now that just causes them to detonate in midair, so I have to just remember to get closer to them in the first place. Oh god, I got hit again, that's good. There's a mini boss there which we can go fight. It's gonna be Lilith, and the Lilith is going to kill me. So yeah. Alright. Oh, 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 oh. I'm getting hurt. I'm getting hurt. I don't know why I'm taking damage on this mini boss, really. I shouldn't be. This is the thing, like, I don't really understand this patch, because, like, I'm taking damage on a lot of things that I never used to take damage on, and as far as I'm aware, those things haven't been changed in any way, so I don't know what's causing the major difference, and that's the confusion for a lot of it. That's why a lot of it's frustrating to me. Like, if I was just dying to the new shit, then I could, you know, think, well, I need to get used to the new shit, but I'm dying on the old shit as well, and I don't understand that. And I got the spring again. Oh look, the mini-boss didn't even drop any fucking health. I mean, come on, can we at least have bosses be guaranteed to drop health? Jesus. Oh, that's the boss. Okay, I don't know who we're going to face. I wouldn't actually mind facing Skelito if I do have the grenade launcher. Oops, I meant to jump there, but I just didn't jump. Okay, you're all dead, that's good. Make sure I get all the loot. Oh, there's some armor, nice. Can I afford the... No, I can't afford the shield lover, can I? Oh, Iris, okay, I may be able to afford it after this fight. This fight is nice and easy now with the grenade launcher. The fuse time is a huge difference for this boss, but it's... I'm still not sure if it's easier or harder in normal rooms for the most part. It's easier against moths, but then it's harder against some of the things, like things that you want to hit from distance. So, yeah. I kind of almost wish there was an upgrade where you could detonate your bombs when you chose to, but I don't know how that would work. I don't know what button you would use to detonate them. It would kind of be cool if it just replaced your right-click functionality, although I don't know how that would work if you didn't have the grenade launcher. That's kind of weird. Maybe if you right-click when a bomb's in the air, it detonates it rather than throwing another one, although then you wouldn't be able to spam bombs. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, though, because it would kind of be a nice trade-off for that kind of an upgrade. Oh, God. And, it would also be really good with the grenade launcher. Although you would... Yeah, it would detonate a bomb when it's in the air, so you wouldn't throw bombs and fire grenades at the same time, which is fine. But yeah, we're going to pick up Shield Lover because we have the money for it now. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot completely. I meant to mention this in the video because I mentioned it on Twitter and stuff, but I haven't actually mentioned it in one of my videos. I pledged to the Kickstarter for Paranautical Activity because I wanted to see this game, reach its full potential or whatever. And I may have to pause for a second, possibly. But I pledged $125, which means I get to design an item for this game. And I kind of wanted to do a thing, like a cool thing, where I said, like, whoever can design the coolest item for me, leave a comment or tweet me or something, that'll be the item that I give to Mike, and hopefully he'll make, because I think that'd be kind of cool, a cool thing to do for the people, for the people that watch me. You get to do something cool, because I could come up with an item idea myself, but it'd be kind of more fun to see what other people can come up with, I think, and get some really cool ideas by asking lots of people. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So if you have any ideas, feel free to leave a comment here or tweet me on at DLTyrus on Twitter, and I shall view your ideas. I've already had a few ideas sent to me, and I've forgotten most of them, but I'll find something. I think the Kickstarter's still going for another couple of weeks, so at least until the Kickstarter ends, maybe a bit longer after that, if I don't think people have had enough time to... Whoa, that was scary. Okay. But yeah, I'm hoping Shield Lover pays out for me. If that can give me a reasonable amount of health, then I could actually have a decent run here, maybe. You never know, it's a possibility, which would be nice after a bad start. Yeah, here's something to talk about. I was watching one of Green's videos, right? And he picked up Shield Lover, and he also picked up Iron Heart, I think. Now, Iron Heart has recently been nerfed, as I've explained. It reduces health drops by 30%, which Mike did because he thought that you could get too much health with Iron Heart, like it's too overpowered, which I disagree with, but nevertheless, that's what he thinks. And so he nerfed health drops by 30%. However, the thing with that is Shield Lover increases your shield drops. I'm not sure what percentage by, but it increases your shield drops, and I think it does that by converting more heart drops to shield drops. So, you get more shields and less hearts overall. Now, the thing with that is obviously shield drops are always infinite, right? Health is usually capped unless you get Iron Heart, which is either extremely rare in a mini-boss room or extremely expensive in an item room. And the thing about that is with the nerf to Iron Heart, it actually means that Shield Lover is a better pickup in absolutely every single circumstance, because 1, you're not reducing the amount of health you get, 2, you're getting uncapped health, same as Iron Heart, and 3, it's a lot less expensive. And that's kind of like why some of these nerfs bother me, because if you think about the fact that this game is a roguelike, right, you're supposed to have some items that are really shit, and you're supposed to have some items that are really fantastic, and then a bunch of items that are somewhere in the middle ground, which you kind of get on most runs, and it's like, just basic damage ups, basic speed ups, upgrades that help you survive the difficulty curve as you get to later floors, but without necessarily becoming overpowered. And then occasionally you'll get a run where you get some of this really crazy good shit and do fantastic. I kind of want the horseshoe. I do want the Mega Bullets too, but I think we should save for the horseshoe because that could actually be really good. And the problem with Paranautical Activity so far is, like, a powerful item gets added, and then Mike's like, oh shit, the game's too easy, better nerf it. And then that item then becomes useless, because more regular items that aren't super powerful, like Gilead just jump, which is kind of funny. You can kind of propel them off of barrels. But you nerf these really powerful items, and then they become so expensive and so not that impressive because of the nerfs that they become not worth it, and then there's no point getting these really powerful items. And there's no point getting Iron Heart for $750, even though that should be a fantastic item based on the price of it. So you may as well just get Shield Lover for $200, which is, a pretty kind of average item, all things considered. And it becomes kind of redundant, and you have these like really expensive items that literally serve no purpose in the game, and you get this really weird kind of like this really weird kind of like trolling mechanic where like it's almost as if in Isaac the really like rare items that are really good are actually kind of shit, and like you think, oh my god, this item really rare, you pick it up and it's like, oh wait, this is actually shit and it's not doing anything for me. And it's really, really strange, and I don't know, like I think the reason why the game has become this way is because this game has no item like waiting, and by waiting I mean you have as much chance of finding Iron Heart in a shop as you do of finding, like, Vitamin C. And Vitamin C is an example of an item which I would consider to be, like, absolutely kind of just basic, standard kind of thing. Like, you know, it's just a small health up, it's really cheap, it's the kind of thing that you want to find on most runs just to kind of help you get through the run. It's not super rare, it doesn't massively change your run, it's just a little bit of extra health. And that's the kind of thing that you need on kind of every run, really, unless you're playing, like, the tank, maybe. And you have as much chance as finding that as you do as finding Iron Heart or the Starfish. And the way this game works, than that being that you, oh good, skeleton, that you pay for items. Hold on, bear with me. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I had to pause there. Somebody came to tell me they were leaving the dog outside. Anyway, not just some random person like, hey, I was just taking your dog outside and just left it there. No, my mum's boyfriend came to walk the dog because she's, oh god, spiders, because she's working late and he's just leaving the dog outside, so he was just letting me know. Anyway, yeah, so what was I saying? I was talking about items. Yeah, so the way this game works is prominent? I don't know. Your main source of items is from shops, right? So when Mike wants to make a really rare item that's really powerful, what he does is make it super expensive. Kind of makes sense, that's kind of fine, although you could argue maybe that's a bit weird now that money's so rare that, you know. Anyway, so he makes the item super expensive, but he doesn't make it any rarer, so you have just as much chance of finding it in a shop as any other item, you just have to pay more for it. And you also have just as much chance of finding it in a mini-boss. And that's kind of strange, because obviously you get it for free then, so, you know, you have as much chance as finding something kind of dull and mundane as a 2 health up vitamin C as you do as finding like uncapped health or a 1-up or, you know, the compass, I guess you could say, even though that's not super expensive, but it's still kind of a really good item. And so you can potentially get it for free just as easily as other things. Excuse me. I'm just going to go find a I'm just going to go get the horseshoe, because that combined with shield lover should give me lots of health, which is nice. Anyway, so the problem with that is that with the way this game is currently balanced, and even arguably in the last patch when money was maybe a bit too common because you could get lots of it, the way that works is then if I want to pick up Iron Heart, I have to decide from floor 1 that I want to pick up Iron Heart, right? Oh god, this guy's really a pain with this weapon. And so I have to think, right, okay, so I'm going to save up my money, I want to pick up Iron Heart. You know, you have to hope that you don't get lucky and find it in a mini-boss room, because then obviously, you know, you've skipped a lot of item rooms, or a lot of shops, I guess, technically is what they're called. You skipped a lot of shops for no reason because you ended up getting it for free, but that's a chance you take, right? And so you go through several floors, and I would argue that, you know, depending on what class you start with, depending on how much money you start with, and also depending a little bit on luck, if you didn't buy a single item, you could probably afford the Iron Heart by maybe floor 4. Maybe floor 3, but that seems kind of pushing it to me, maybe. But yeah, by floor 4, you could probably afford it. So you've skipped, like, at least 3 items to get that, because you can maybe afford 1 item per floor, maybe. I mean, not always, but maybe. I need to deal with this guy because he's really a pain, and every time I get close to him I risk taking damage, so I need to like spam him with bombs to do more damage when I do get close, otherwise I'm going to have to get close too many times. The homing shots are really a problem. You really can't deal with this guy without taking damage anymore, which is kind of annoying. I mean, with this weapon, not in general. Just with this weapon, because you have to get too close. Okay, there we go. At least he dropped a little bit of health, so I haven't lost too much there. What do we get? We got Green's Ovaries. That's okay. It's not really a very useful item, because it's very rare that you take damage more than once per second anyway. Anyway, down to the next floor. So yeah, you have to save up for several floors and skip lots of items. And then the problem becomes that even though the item is super expensive and it causes you to skip a lot of other items in order to pick it up, Mike still decides that the item's too powerful and usually nerfs it. And that then creates the problem that the item really isn't worth the money. Like, to skip several items to pick this item up is just unjustifiable. You can't afford to do that because you don't get very much power from picking up this item. And you skipped a lot of other upgrades in order to get it. You might skip damage and speed and health to do it, and you need those things, because this game is damn hard now. Should we fight the boss straight away? Screw it, why not? Oh god, it's hams, okay. That's scary. I'm not sure if I'm fast enough. I might just be fast enough, maybe. Ow, I still have damage from the grenades, from the saws, chainsaws. Please don't hit me, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. Okay. I can hit him pretty easily when he does this attack. Oh god, that was scary. At least my bombs go through the grenades. Oh my god. Stop saying grenades. At least my bombs go through the saws. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, we should be able to deal with him now. So the problem, anyway, I keep getting distracted by things that are happening, but the problem that creates is that the item really isn't worth getting, at least not saving up money for. It might be worth finding it in the mini-boss, which is, you know, one way of getting it. But, you know, generally speaking, it's not really worth it. Now, I think I've said this before, but maybe I haven't, but like this is something that I'm very kind of adamant about in roguelikes, because like the biggest factor in a roguelike is its randomness, right? Everything that you add to the game, that you try to balance in the game, you have to take into account the randomness of the roguelike. And it might sound like stating the obvious, but like you kind of have to think about it, because you might balance things in certain games, like, you know, oh, this thing's too powerful, I should, you know, lower its damage, or its something. Or this thing's too weak, so I should increase its rate of fire, or I should increase, you know, some characteristic of it. Similarly, like, you know, oh, this boss or this room or this whatever is too hard, I should make it, you know, easier in some way. That doesn't necessarily have to be the case in roguelikes. You don't have to balance things by making them have a reasonable amount of damage or a fair amount of speed or whatever. You can balance things through how common they are or how rare they are. If an item is super powerful, then make it really rare. Make it so that you hardly ever see it, so that when you do see it, you're like, oh shit, yes. Like Dr. Fetus or Epic Fetus in Isaac. When you pick up one of those items, you basically know that you're going to win unless you make some huge mistakes. But Edmund Macmillan didn't nerf them by making them do shit damage or making the bombs fire once every minute. He made them super rare, so that when you get them, you feel like you have a really special run. And, you know, it's one of those things people talk about, you know, people tweet about, oh shit, I just got Epic Fetus in my first item room, and it's like, oh shit, that's really cool. And you get these stories about gameplay, and people hear about it, I think, that game sounds really cool, I want to play this game, because, you know, I want to have one of those runs where I get all the most powerful items in the game, and I just basically one-shot everything. That would never happen in Paranautical Activity, because Mike nerfs things when things get to that state, and that's the problem with the game, is that, you know, I don't think I've ever, at least not in this patch, maybe in the previous patch, but I don't think I've ever in this patch had a moment where I wanted to go, oh shit, I nearly one-shot Dahlia or something, because, you know, it just doesn't happen. You don't get that kind of power, you know, every weapon you play with, other than the mechanics to shoot with it, like obviously, you know, aiming the grenade launcher feels different to aiming, you know, the shotgun or the sickle or something, but like, in terms of power, everything feels pretty much roughly the same. Nothing feels like it really owns shit, and nothing feels kind of weak, but, you know, has other advantages, like, you know, the sickle doesn't even feel that weak anymore. Like, it used to feel so weak because it did so little damage, but now everything seems to do so little damage that it doesn't feel that way anymore. And it's just this kind of, it just feels kind of mundane to me now, honestly. Like, I struggle to get excited for anything that I might find in a shop. Like, right now, I just saw Iron Heart. I should be like, holy shit, I found Iron Heart, but instead I'm just like, Iron Heart, it's not really a good item anymore, I don't give a shit. I'm never going to be able to afford it anyway. And even if I could, I wouldn't want it. By the way, I really want cherry bombs. That is an item that I can get excited about, despite the fact that I was just ranting about not getting excited about this game. But cherry bombs with the grenade launcher is really good. I really hope that I can find a way to afford that. Oh god, don't get caught, please. Okay. But, like, yeah, that's kind of my issue with this game right now, is I just don't find it very exciting anymore. With the way the game is balanced right now, it's one of those games... It's kind of more like Spelunky than Isaac now, which isn't necessarily a problem, because obviously Spelunky's a really good game anyway. But even Spelunky has some of those moments, like if you find a jetpack in a crate or something on your first level, it's like, oh shit! Or if you find I don't know why I fired a grenade there. Or if you find a shotgun in a crate on your first level, it's like, oh my god, this is really good. But Spelunky has largely been more about a display of skill than a display of luck. You show a good run on Spelunky, it's when you play really well and you either get loads of money or you get to hell, despite the fact that you could have died several times and things like that. And that's what this game is kind of becoming. Like, you beat this game now, it's like, hey, look, I'm really good at this game, and that's fine, that's good. There's nothing wrong with games that are predominantly about skill rather than about luck. And, most people would say that that's what they want from games, but in a roguelike, personally, I think there needs to be a balance between the two, and you want to have runs where you can say, look how lucky I got, and look how the game gave me everything. And right now this game doesn't really have that all that much, because if you get a lot of items that are really good, it's kind of like, okay, now I have a reasonable chance of winning, as opposed to, okay, now I'm just going to wreck everything. And if you don't get those items, it's like, okay, so I'm going to have to be, like, really fucking good at this game to beat it. But I've ranted about this game a lot in videos, and this is just another such example of... Oh my god, why did I jump up there? I don't know why I jumped up there, that was silly. I need to find a way to go, because I'm kind of worried about things hitting me. No. Gilead, no. Okay. Been a little while since I sung in Panic, but there he is again. There's my my go-to thing. But yeah, I just want this game to be in a place where, I can find Iron Heart, and it's like, holy shit, this run's gonna be fantastic, and I can just have fun at kind of owning the game and getting my own back on a game that has dicked me over lots of times, and that's kind of, even though last patch was probably too easy because I owned it most times, like, I did have that feeling with last patch, because, I could still have a bad run from time to time, so then when I was doing really well, I felt really good, because it was like, I'm teaching this game a fucking lesson, like, I'm two-shotting every mini-boss, and I'm one-shotting every enemy, and, it feels good to do that. If you have a boss that always gives you trouble, it feels good to have a really powerful run where you just own it. And, there's a lot of bosses or mini-bosses in this game where that just isn't possible. I also walked into that because I'm silly. Look at Lilith, for example. Like, you're never gonna be powerful enough unless you have the trident, I suppose, which you just have to pick up the trident. You don't have to pick up anything with the trident. It's not like, Isaac, where if you pick up Brimstone, it's pretty good, but if you pick up Polyphemus and Brimstone, then you have some fucking super damage. It's just, you pick up the trident, you have super damage, that's it. But anything else, excluding the trident, you're never gonna two-shot Lilith or something like that. Ooh, trigger finger, that's nice. It's just, it's just not gonna happen, plain and simple. I'm not gonna be able to afford the cherry bombs, which is really a shame. Yeah, this is the last room, and these guys don't really drop much money, and I'm like 100 away, so that's not happening. The only way you're ever going to beat Lilith successfully is by dodging it, and that fight is always going to be kind of stressful, I think. Like, that's a hard fight. And so you're never going to have this kind of fun moment where you just destroy Lilith, because, whatever you have, it's going to be hard to dodge Lilith, because no matter how much speed you have, no matter how much damage you have, or what weapon you have, it's pretty hard to dodge and do damage to her, so it's always going to be like a, oh shit, this is a difficult fight kind of moment. And the thing with Isaac or something is, like, I can fight, like, the Bloat, which is a really fucking hard fight, on one run where I have, like, nothing, and it will kick my ass, and I'll be cursing the game, and I'll hate it. And I can have another run where I'll one-shot that boss, and it will feel so good, because it feels like getting my own back on this dickhead that shitted all over my run. And, Lilith has done that to me many times, and unless I happen to pick up the trident, there's no way that will ever happen with her, and that's kind of a shame, because... if there was an item that gave you loads of damage, like, say there was like a Polyphemus kind of item in this game, and it made you kind of one-shot most enemies, if Mike saw that item, he'd be like, oh shit, I've made that too powerful, and he'd nerf it, and then, it would probably do half as much damage, and it just wouldn't be worth it anymore. And, that shouldn't be the case, because Polyphemus isn't overpowered in Isaac. You can't say that's an overpowered item, and the reason it's not overpowered is because you hardly ever fucking see it. Unless you're Spyro the Sheep, because she's just ridiculously lucky, but you hardly ever see these items. Same with Epic Fetus, you can't say that item's overpowered, because even though you can almost guarantee to win the game when you pick it up, how often do you see it? Like, once in 100 runs or something crazy? Like, you never see that item. And that's how you balance a roguelike. First and foremost, balance comes through the random factor of the game, because that's its number one characteristic, that there's random chance of picking up any given thing, whether it's health, whether it's what boss you get, whether it's items, whether it's a weapon. It's always a random chance. There's no guarantees, and so you balance things through randomness predominantly. And then if you feel an item is too powerful even though you hardly ever see it, that's when you look at nerfing its stats and making it less effective. But you have to bear in mind that if you do that, it may not be worth it anymore, and it may be one of those items that's so random, but also so bad, that everybody just forgets about it and nobody cares anymore. And I kind of feel like the Iron Heart is in that state in this game right now. Like, if I see that item, I'm just like, I honestly don't care. I don't want it anyway, because if I pick it up, I won't have any health drops at all, because health is so goddamn rare now. Oh god, the fucking demon. I hate the demons in the corners, or on the edges rather, because I can't dodge this room effectively, and there's literally no way to do this room without taking damage. God damn it! Skull! God damn it! But yeah, that's my rant about this game, and I've been kind of going on about that for a while now, but it irritates me a lot, because, you know, I've thought a lot about roguelikes, and I'd really like to make one of my own, and this game irritates me in a lot of ways, just because, you know, not to sound like some kind of pretentious dick, but I kind of feel like this game is making a lot of mistakes. And, you know, I've never made a game, so you could say, well, you know, you've never made a game yourself, you don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I don't, but, you know, these are just my opinions and how I feel, and, you know, it's fine, because I already know that Mike is going to ignore all my opinions. Because I've already, you know, talked to him about a lot of what I think about this game, and he's just like, nope, too easy, Green can still beat it. So, yeah. What? I don't want to go through that room for anything. For any reason. I do not want to go in that room. That's a horrible room. So let's kind of go a different way. Unless we have to go through there, but hopefully we don't. Oh, I'm gonna yawn apparently. I wasn't aware that I was that tired. But apparently I am. But we have a pretty successful run so far. I don't have Gum, which is kind of scary, because as soon as I get to Ganga's floors, I could be pretty much screwed. But, I would like to find Gum. I also wouldn't mind some more damage, although I do have a couple bits of damage. I think, actually, maybe just one. I think I have Rum, which I think is the only damage up, but it's pretty good damage up, so I'm not too bothered by that. Does this room lead anywhere useful? No, so there's no point going in there. So let's go back this way. I'm just going to take a drink. So this way I can get to the room that lava room would have led me to. And I can see the boss there, so I should... Oh, come on. I just didn't have the speed to avoid these guys, I guess. There we go. Managed to deal with that reasonably well, I suppose. I haven't seen many armor drops for a while, considering I have both Shield Lover and the Horseshoe, which, you know, the Horseshoe increases my drops overall, and then... Oh, shit. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm in the lava. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm dead, guys. Maybe I'm not dead. Well, I am dead after this room, but I mean, maybe I'm not dead in this room, which is kind of surprising to me. Yeah. Do I even need to explain why that's broken? Like, Mike says to me, like, you know, hey, that's the trade-off you take with some weapons, you know, you take the grenade launcher because it's really powerful, but then you risk having rooms or bosses that are really hard to fight with it. And it's like, no, because this weapon really isn't that much more powerful than any other weapon. It's so much harder to hit than any more damage it does is completely negated, and honestly, if you don't pick up the powder keg, this weapon doesn't do any kind of impressive damage compared to other weapons whatsoever. And the trade-off you get for it is that you can walk into rooms which are basically just a death sentence. Like, not just you'll take more damage than normal, but you'll practically die in them if you don't... There we go, I'm dead. You're basically guaranteed to die in them. And that's just bullshit. It's no way of saying that's not bullshit. If I had any other weapon, I wouldn't have taken that much damage in that room. And lava rooms are broken as it is, but with the grenade launcher, they're even more broken, because those skulls just immediately fly up into your face. The rooms are too small for you to really have a chance to shoot them before they get to you. And you just take, like, what, 7 hearts, 8 hearts of damage in one room? And I don't get 8 hearts of health back on one floor. So I can't take 8 hearts of damage in one room. If that happens, it's game over. And that can happen very easily. This game is fucked right now. just fucked. And honestly, I don't know how much more I want to do this series. I really don't. Because every time I play this game, I just feel frustrated because I can see what this game could be, and I can see how it's very much not that. And it's just really irritating to do that. Just to look at this game and think this could be so much more. But anyway, I'm sorry for ranting and being irritated, but that's just what this game does to me right now. I'll think about what I can do, because I'm not sure what else I can replace this game with on my channel right now, honestly. So, you know, I don't think I'll stop this completely, and I'm definitely still going to check this game out whenever there's any kind of updates, but... Why did the doors just open? That's weird. But yeah, I'll have a think about my channel and what else I could play. I'd like to have more variety content anyway, and I'd certainly like to lower the frequency of this particular game. But hey, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Sorry I was kind of angry in this video. But I will see you next time.